Welcome to the Washington Monument. At 124 layers and almost 10 feet tall, this is the tallest structure I have ever built. This started with a simple idea. Is it possible to create a structure which gradually gets narrower? Turns out it's totally possible, but what makes it tricky is you have to change the number of dominoes per layer as you go up. As you can see here, the bottom layer starts out with 4 dominoes wide, then that changes to 3 and then 2 as I go up. Next, I invented these new odd-numbered tower patterns. What's nice about these patterns is that there's no angled dominoes on the corners, which makes them nice and sharp. Now it's time to design the monument itself. Fortunately, there are a lot of drawings on the internet, and of course I had to do a spreadsheet. To keep the monument nice and straight, I hung threads from the ceiling to outline the corners. That weight in the center was my plumb line to make sure the obelisk stands perfectly upright. Now I can finally start laying down dominoes. The build took about 2 weeks in between work and other commitments. As the tower gets taller, the dominoes in the center get closer together until they are right next to each other, which is when I have to switch to the next smallest pattern, in this case a 7x7. One of the challenges with building very tall towers is that they just get too tall to place dominoes on, and so you're constantly trying to find new ways to elevate yourself. And look, I switched to a short sleeve shirt. This was where I was starting to freak out about my sleeves accidentally knocking it over. Also, you have to elevate your dominoes as well. Otherwise, you'd be constantly going up and down to fetch more dominoes. And yes, that's a pair of Encyclopedia Britannicas I'm standing on. Yeah, not a proud moment. Don't tell my wife. You may have noticed that the interior is a slightly different color. It's khaki, not white. That's because I just don't have enough white to fill the whole monument. Yeah, I'd probably need to buy some more. You can't see them, but the threads are still there, marking the corners of the monument. Naturally, this makes it harder to build because I have to build in and around the threads, and if I bump them the wrong way, it could take down the entire thing. This made me build around the corners with some weird two-handed techniques for placing dominoes, which I would normally never do. When the structure gets really tall, I have to resort to some crazy setups like the stool, which is duct taped to the ladder, for holding up the tray of dominoes. Maybe someday I'll invent some sort of scaffolding system to help me build tall structures. All right, the main column is done and it's gorgeous. I could not do any better. The pyramid on the top, however, probably needs some work. However, that's a project for another day. It's time to topple it. Here goes. Okay, more stable than I thought. Stable than I thought.